not mad. Gotta support your neighbors there,
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Texas Family Law and Home Sales. And of course, we're going to be talking about what's on everybody's mind today, coronavirus and public health crisis. Today, I'll be joined by Tim Sojka, a realtor and the CEO, co-founder, and co-owner of Tim Sell, a local real estate firm. And we're going to be presenting some timely and useful information that folks are dealing with in these challenging times, as well as taking your questions. You can also check out our previous videos on a variety of different family law related topics on the videos tab on our Facebook at facebook.com/huntlawtexas and at our website at familylawyerkaty.com, and then you can click on our videos at the top of the page. My name is Alex Hunt, and I'm the founder and managing attorney at Hunt Law Firm. We serve clients in Katy, Cypress, Harris County, Fort Bend County, Waller County, and the entire greater Houston area. Our practice is dedicated to family law, divorce, child custody issues, and estate planning. And while we understand COVID-19 has changed everybody's lives, we're following the county stay-at-home orders and the CDC and state and county orders, but we, much like Tim, remain 100% operational, and we're still working and serving our clients remotely. We're available for initial consultations with new clients through telephone or video conference. And for more information, again, you can visit our website, familylawyerkaty.com. Now, before we talk about our topic today, some brief disclaimers. First, watching or participating in this video does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and Hunt Law Firm or any of its attorneys. And while we would love to represent you, watching this video does not mean that we do. And second, nothing in this video should be taken as legal advice. Our goal in these videos is to educate you about estate planning, but we can't give legal advice until we know the facts and circumstances of your case. So since we don't know all the circumstances of your case, you should take the information that's presented in this video as exactly that, free, useful information. So now that we have our legal disclaimers out of the way, if you can hear this video loud and clear, please hit the thumbs up. And second, if you know a friend or family member who would like to hear about home sales during coronavirus and how it relates to Texas family law, go ahead and share it with them. And finally, if you have a comment for myself or for Tim, please post it in the comment section, and we should be able to get to it if the time allows. So today, I'm happy to be joined by Tim Sojka. Tim is the co-founder and CEO of Tim Sell, a residential and commercial real estate firm here in Katy, Texas. But I know Tim's agency serves buyers and sellers throughout the greater Houston area, all the way from the Woodlands, Cypress, Richmond, Sugar Land, all parts in between. And Tim is also our office neighbor. We're both located on Red River Drive here in Katy, behind the Lupe Tortilla off 99. And Tim's the type of neighbor you want. He's a good guy. He's a true professional. And most importantly, we can always count on Tim to bring over a freshly baked pie at the holidays. Good afternoon, Tim.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, so let's jump right in. If I missed anything in your introduction, let me know. I know that, like us, you're still operational. You're still buying houses, selling houses.
Yes, sir.
Everything you normally do. Tell us about the real estate market here in Katy and Cypress areas right now.
It's different for sure. So it's April 23rd. We've got 16 or 17 transactions on the board for this month, and that's a pretty decent month. It's not the best April, but it's decent. I would say it's slower. The homes that are less than $300,000, we're still seeing multiple offers on. Anything less than 200, we're getting 8 or 10 offers on. I think things in $300,000 and down, those are the type of things a lot of people can buy. And it feels like a lot of people want to own things they can touch right now versus things they can't touch. So we've seen a real uptick in what I would call investment type properties or move down properties. So those properties are selling exceptionally well still. Above that, it's probably a little softer, although we put a $1 million home under contract this month. Let's see, a 700 under contract this month, an 810, and a 475. So things are selling, but it's a little slower. The one thing we found is a lot of people don't want to have their home on the market right now because of COVID concerns, and we understand that. But the people who are either crazy enough or brave enough, depending on your point of view, to have their homes on the market right now, because there is a limited inventory, they're selling. They're showing. There's a $500,000 home I have right now that isn't selling, but it showed 4 or 5 times last week. That's good in the non-COVID world. So I would say the market's softer. We're seeing less homes. Good attention, not more on market.
Breaking up just a little bit, Tim. Can you hear us? You there, Tim?
There we go.
You hear me? There we go.
There we go. You're back.
You're back. All right. So what
What
do you foresee for the real estate market over the next 30 days or 90 days or the rest of the year? You know the oil prices are dragging, and that's had a real impact for a lot of folks that we serve. What do you see over the next 30, 90, rest of the year?
And yeah, we'll go out a little further. So over the next 30 days, I think are going to be okay if, and there's some ifs out there, if the stay at home is lifted, if people can get out, do more business, I think we'll be okay. The problems honestly aren't short term, oil being, down per price per barrel. A lot of the underlying things that are going on are a little scary long term. I will say I've spent a lot of time lately getting my foreclosure certifications again. And people are like, hey, why would you do that? There's not a lot of homes that are being foreclosed on right now. And I agree. But I think in 6 months to a year, there may be. So the short-term ramifications are the market's doing okay. The long-term ramifications, I just don't know yet. We're trying to be prepared for everything. We sincerely hope there's not a rash of foreclosures like there were in 8, 9, 10, right through there. But there could be. But again, I think we're a year away from that. I think the next 2 or 3 months, depending on when this is lifted, we'll see. The scary thing isn't the banks. The banks will be fine. The scary thing right now are the underwriters. So there's the people who finance the loan, and then there's the people who service the loan. The people who are servicing the loan right now, if they're not getting home payments, that could cause some real problems long term. Again, short term for the next 3 months, I don't think we see the reverberation of that, but we could 6 months to a year out.
So, Tim, we have folks that maybe started their divorce before the COVID-19 health crisis started, and we have some folks that are just starting their divorce while this is all happening. If somebody wanted to finalize their divorce right now and they have a marital home that they need to sell, what would you recommend? Do they get it on the market now? What tips would you have for them?
I would get it on the market sooner rather than later right now, especially, again, the sub 300, sub 350s. Those are fine. Those are selling really well. So anything in that category, I would get on quickly. Let's say it is a higher price property, though. I think it depends on if you're in a great school district, like Katy, for instance, if you're zoned to a great high school like Tompkins or Seven or Cinco. I think all of those are still going to do fine. There are opportunities where one of the spouses keep the home and the other one has a share of it. Those lead to some complications later. Real estate complications. I know you could talk a lot more about the legal complications. Those lead to some real estate complications later. If you can get your home on the market, if you can get it sold, I would do that because I don't know if the market's going to be better next year. It doesn't feel like the market's going to be better next year. It feels like we're about as good as we're going to be for about a year and a half to 2 years.
So, do folks that have their houses on the market now, do they? Is there a need? And I guess it depends on what the asking price is. Is there a need for them to reduce the asking price now?
Yes. Yeah. If I would say in any market, if your home's been on the market 2 weeks and you don't have offers, you're priced too high. And people might say, well, the home up the street got this. Yeah, but that might have been a different market. It might have had more upgrades. If you haven't got an offer the first 2 to 3 weeks your home's on the market, it's overpriced. Even in the $1 million or $2 million range, if you haven't got an offer on your home in the first 2 or 3 weeks, if you haven't seen a lot of showings, you're overpriced, especially now. But yeah, now is not the time to overprice your home. The best thing a realtor can do for you in any time, but especially now, is be really honest with you about the price. I tell people right now, the less you like me today while I'm sitting at your kitchen table or virtually, while you and I are discussing price and I'm trying to get you to a price that's going to sell, the less you like me now, the more you're going to like me 6 months from now when your home's sold. And the more you like me today, if I agree and give you any price you want, you're going to hate my gut 6 months from now when your home doesn't sell. So I think having someone that's going to give you a real honest and honestly tough conversation about where this market is and what price you need to be at is essential. Yeah. So lowering the price, if you don't have an offer in 2 weeks, it's time.
So you mentioned mortgages and underwriters, and you said the banks are going to be fine. Are mortgage companies throughout this public health crisis, are they still processing and approving applications? Have there been any changes in that regard?
I would say it depends on the bank.
You're breaking up just a little bit again, Tim. We can hear you coming in and out.
All right,
Can you hear
banks,
us? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All right,
yes.
start over.
Yes.
Now we can hear you.
Okay, I would say banks. So let's take a difference. Banks and mortgage companies are two very different entities.
Right.
So banks, freestanding banks, they're really caught up in the SBA loans right now. You're not going to get a mortgage processed through the majors as easily. I'm not going to say you won't at all, as easily as you would with the big boys. And we won't mention any names. We all know who they are. But the big boys are a lot tougher to get a home loan done through. Now, the mortgage companies that are strictly, they do home loans. They're not standard lenders. They honestly have a lot more bandwidth right now than the banks do. So I would, if you're working with the big bank super, I would at least work and get a second quote from a mortgage company right now. They are operating. They are moving quickly. And honestly, they seem to be doing fine. They're making it tougher. I won't say it's as easy to get a loan. Credit scores are going to have to be higher. You're going to have to do a better job getting them your information, but they are loaning.
So another question that I had from a client of ours, their house is on the market, they've sold their house. Now they're wondering, are the title companies still open? Are closings still happening? How's that working?
All the title companies are still open. Realtors and title companies, for some reason, we were both voted essential services or selected as essential services. So we're still seeing a lot of action. I was at a closing this morning. When I say my client was at a closing this morning. I was outside rooting for them. So it's a different world, but title companies are absolutely still closing, yes.
Okay. So for folks looking we talked a lot about selling houses, but for folks looking to buy a house, a lot of folks are concerned about going into homes, strangers' homes that they're looking to buy. What would you recommend? Are there any workarounds? How is that working?
Yeah, so there are a lot of people they are willing to show homes right now, and that's awesome. So there's people who are willing to show homes. A lot of people have done a better job of getting their home vacant. So hey, I'm going to make sure my home is vacant so it shows easier for people. So if you just work with a really good realtor, they're going to do a really good job precursing, making sure you can get in the home. It's more work. So I would say in this environment we're in, you're just going to have to, everybody's just going to have to be nicer to everybody. In the past, if you wanted to see a home this afternoon, I could call and probably get you in there. If you wanted to see 20 homes tomorrow, that wasn't a problem. I've done 30 homes in a day before. But right now it's more, okay, we're going to have to select 5 to 7 homes. I'm going to need 24 hours, maybe 48 to get you in those homes. So it's just a little tougher to get in now because there's more forms and people want to make sure no one in your family is sick before you show their home. They want to give you instructions of when you show my home, don't touch the countertops. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave gloves for you. I'm going to leave a bottle of Purell outside my door. So it's tougher, but it's still going on. And again, the people that are either crazy enough or smart enough to have their homes on the market, depending on your point of view, those homes are getting traffic and they're selling because there are a few less homes on the market.
Well, great. I appreciate your time, Tim. Where can folks find you? How can they get in touch with you?
Pretty easy. Cell phone, 713-822-2152, 713-822-2152. Of course, they can go to ctimcell.com, like C Dick Run when you were a kid, ctimcell.com. I also want to say to all the businesses out there, I'm so proud of you guys. There's a great business in town, MKT Distilleries. They make whiskey, but they turned around and they're making hand sanitizer right now. I just want to say I'm so proud of what all of these businesses are doing, and I'm so proud to see the way we've all rallied around each other. When my wife and I eat out now, we try to eat out at the restaurants that have always been good to us, and it's really good to see people rallying right now. It's such a pleasure, and thank you for everything you're doing. You've been an incredible neighbor.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you saying that about the businesses. And I know a lot of businesses that are doing things, and yourself included. And we've got a program here. We launched it on Monday. It's called HLF Cares, and basically for all of our first responders and our healthcare workers that are here in the Katy area, we are providing free estate planning packages and doing it at a reduced cost for spouses and for complex estate planning. It's not enough, but we're trying to do our part to just say thanks, and we're certainly grateful for all that they've done.
Yeah, we've got a program too where if first responders, teachers, the people who are real heroes in our community are out there, they get a rebated commission back too. So I think that's the best thing you can do is really support the people that are out there supporting us right now. We've had that program in place for a long time, but it just seems more important right now than it ever has.
Absolutely. All right, Tim. Well, that's all we have for everybody today. Thanks very much for joining us. This was brought to you by Hunt Law Firm and by CTimCell. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. And if you thought of somebody who could use this information, please share it with them now. We'll be back doing another Facebook Live this Monday with Hunt Law Firm Senior Associate Attorney Melissa Massoum. And we'll be doing Fact or Fiction, a live Q&A, talking about some of the facts and myths surrounding COVID-19 and Texas family law. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, and if you need legal representation on a family law matter, you can visit us at familylawyerkaty.com. My name is Alex Hunt for Tim Sojka of CTimCell, the entire team here at Hunt Law Firm. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.